Hello, Jake.
Hello, Paul.
It's been a year.
It has.
How's the year been on you?
It's been great. We've, last year was so awesome being here at Guitar Summit that we knew we were going to come back.
So you doubled the amount of guitars that
We did. We doubled the size of the booth. We doubled the amount of the guitars. We doubled the effort, the whole thing. You should see us carrying big guitar cases through Germany. It's hilarious.
So you have a bigger Enki case.
We do. We have a bigger Enki case, and then we have the other one that's tucked under the table, and it's been a wild ride. But yeah, stoked to be back.
Cool. So let's have a look at some, new guitars, or the guitars that you brought. Shall we start with the shiniest one?
The
shiniest one.
The greenest, shiniest one. Happy to. So this is a USA Heritage build, and it's got so many cool features. So these are done in the shop in Pennsylvania by Joe and the team. Although I gotta say, mostly Joe.
Yeah.
And it's this one's an ash body with a metallic jade green rustic finish. So it's got an open pore grain, nitro that's been checked out and aged, gold hardware that's been aged. Pickups are aged. Everything was aged in house. These pickups are a set of the Seymour Duncan Fat Cat silencers. So they're new noiseless version of the Fat Cat humbucker size P90s. They sound sick. Neck and board, especially with the ash body. Neck and board, all roasted flame maple, which is super cool. Has an awesome depth to it. Oil and wax finish on the neck. Stainless steel frets, locking hip shot tuners. You know,
there's one detail which I picked up before is like what you did. Like you aged the pickups so that it better suits the rest of the guitar, and it's like a small detail that really adds, I think, to the guitar instead of having like bright chrome pickups on something like this.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, man, because it really is. So we ordered these from Seymour Duncan from the custom shop, and they were chrome topped with gold poles to kind of offset. And it's, I guess, in a testament to Joe. When we put them in the guitar, we said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We were like, it's just too chrome. It's too bright. And so
this is too new.
Yeah, right. And so there's this process that Joe does of, a combination of like sandpaper and a couple of other things that feather out the look and help to sort of age it with the rest of the guitar. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that, because it is a lot more extra work than I think a lot of people realize, but the results are always awesome.
Yeah. No, I can see it has a real kind of like artistic or creative kind of aspect to it. Where it's like, we want this with this. Let's bring this out in the guitar.
Yes.
So.
And we were joking about aging being like, here's a rock, bash the guitar. And like, that's a thing. We have a rock. We do that too.
Do you sell rocks in your store online? Is that something that you might do in the future?
That's not a bad idea. We're gonna have to see if the
BALAGUER rock.
Yeah, trademark.
Yes, trademark.
The Rock. We'll have to come up with a name for it, like Pete the Rock.
True, because the Rock,
they'd be like, oh, you mean Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, you mean the BALAGUER Rock. No, this is something completely different, a different purpose. Very, very cool.
Thank you, man.
Something else that I saw earlier is the one just next to it.
Sure.
Well, for the neck alone, which I think is like a bit of a showstopper for me, because I've just never seen that kind of figurine and that kind of finish on something.
So you can see it start to come through in the fingerboard a little bit, and then when you flip it over, the neck has this very distinct figuring, which is a result of the process. So this neck is a Flaxwood neck. It's a synthetic neck similar to Richlight, where it's made, or composite, not synthetic, excuse me, where it's made from wood. It just has a resin fill and then is shaped like a neck, similar to Richlight being shaped into a fingerboard.
Front as well, yeah.
Exactly. This is just one piece.
Yeah, that's just how the material is, basically.
Exactly, and it's made as one piece. It does have a truss rod, which is kind of cool. A lot of people have mentioned the little hex key on the back, which is actually how you lock the truss rod down. Hip shot tuners, which is cool. I would say it feels to me similar to, if you've played a Richlight fingerboard, which is sort of, it looks like ebony, but it might feel even slicker. I feel like that's how this feels. So it has a very smooth feel. Stainless steel frets, locking tuners, the whole 9 yards there too. This one has a satin metallic rose gold, open pore finish on alder.
Yeah.
Very cool. Metal, black pickguard, giant, cool space age knob, hip shot hardtail bridge with a kill switch and a custom shop Seymour Duncan colossal incantation pickup, which is
I feel scared.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that
scary.
name alone is sort
it's
of-
like got an aura. You know what I mean?
It's got its own gravitational
Yeah.
pull.
You with the magnet sizes in this thing, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if it was literally pulling jewelry off of people.
Yeah.
But it sounds sick for being such a high resistance because it's like 46K, I think.
Okay, that's
But it's a good example of like output and tone not being tied
Yeah,
directly to
sure.
resistance because it is powerful. It's extremely powerful, but it's not oversaturated. It still has clarity and it's good
I
stuff.
think it's interesting because you'd never guess because it just looks like a normal humbucker.
It's true.
But
And it's
within
sick.
that humbucker lies power beyond belief.
It's like opening the Ark of the Covenant
yeah.
in Indiana Jones.
That works.
It's sick though.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So something I've noticed is that you've got quite a few guitars which have like single pickups, so like a
Yes.
single bridge pickup thing. Mm-hmm. Is that like a conscious decision that you made coming to Guitar Summit, or is it just the state of the industry per se, or the style
Sure.
of players?
That's a great question. I would say it is not specific to Guitar Summit. So we weren't thinking like, oh, if we go across the ocean, they only like one pickup. It was not that kind of thing.
Budgets are tight this year.
Yeah, exactly. We have to get rid of all the neck pickups.
Just the single pickup.
Yeah, exactly. No, it wasn't like that. This so happened to work out because it is an intentional industry thing, to your second point, where we see a lot of players, especially with baritone six strings, wanting only the bridge pickup.
Yeah.
So these two are standard scale because this one is based on Dan O'Connor of 4 Year Strong,
Yeah.
his signature Thicket FYS. So this sort of already had the control layout set.
Yeah.
This
I think
was
you had one of his guitars last year, if I'm not
correct.
mistaken.
Yes, we had the barn burst, one of the barn bursts.
Yeah.
This, in a way, started life as one of those guitars. This is a new Select Series modified. So it's a production Select Series guitar that we then refinish, cut a custom pickguard for. We age the back of the neck, do a new, new pickup installations, upgrade the electronics, all of that stuff. It's sort of like a Heritage Light, where we can take a production model
Heritage Light.
and
I like
really
it.
tweak it in the shop by ourselves. You know.
Can
Which
we
is
see
fun.
the neck on that? So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you've aged it.
So what's interesting is like where the Espada over here has an oil and wax neck. This is also roasted maple, but instead of being totally stripped and then oil and wax finished, it's more of like an aged treatment. So the finish is taken back, but it's not an oil and wax finish. It's a very cool sort of in between where it feels broken in, it feels really comfortable and soft, but still has like that poly protection.
Yeah.
So it's a cool move.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I guess we look at the shiny.
The shiny boy.
Well, it has a proper model name, I think.
Proper model name is the Seraph,
The Seraph.
and
yeah.
this is the Seraph Modern. So this is from our USA series. It's a USA production model. This one has alder body, roasted flame maple neck and fingerboard, all the other specs that we love at BG, like locking tuners and stainless steel frets.
Yeah.
This has a hip shot Ibby bridge on it. It's also 27-inch scale, 7-string. So it's a very
Oh yeah. Yeah. Once you turned it to
Oh,
the light
yeah.
now, it's like
It's
it
crazy.
Really sparkles.
it's a very like night sky kind of look.
Yeah.
This one's cool because instead of putting the typical push-pull coil split on the volume, we do a 5-way switch, which is, gets you your outside and inside coil sounds, which is really cool. And like I said, the hip shot Ibby bridge. The Seraph itself as a model has a very unique cutaway for your hand at the heel. It's a 3-bolt design. So the access is pretty awesome. And pair that with the fact that the guitar is designed to sit further toward the rear of the guitar.
Yeah.
So even though it's a 27-inch 7-string, the weight is not toward the headstock of the guitar. It's still centered here, so it balances really well.
And this is a slightly longer scale length.
Yes, 27-inch.
27-inch. Okay.
So this is a 27-inch, and it has our fission bucker pickups in it.
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, on to this one,
Yes.
which has a name as well.
Yes. We're on the name train. This is this is a Select Custom. So a lot of people will know us from our South Korean custom shop, which is the Select Custom range. This is one of those. So if you go to our website, shameless plug, BALAGUERGuitars.com, if you go to BALAGUERguitars.com and you go to our online configurator, we have, you can see your guitar built. So you choose your spec, it shows you an image of your guitar. In this case, it was a metallic silver, pearloid white pickguard, single bridge humbucker, 2 pneumatic bridge, roasted flame maple neck, roasted bird's eye maple fingerboard, block inlays, white binding with lumen lay, chrome logo, which is always fun, a personal favorite touch of mine.
Yeah.
And this one actually has a bare knuckle Painkiller in it, but we went with like the more vintage look to complement the guitar.
To suit the guitar better.
So it's a cool, it's 26.5-inch scale too.
Okay.
So the whole thing is kind of like this super vintage look, like a deluxe vintage look, but 26.5 with a bare knuckle, so it can destroy if you wanted to. And this one with the push-pull for the split.
But I think with the single pickup, and then, you know, it is a longer scale length, but it sort of deceives the eye almost.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks a lot longer than it actually is.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, we just had that conversation the other day with someone, because the idea of like taking something and making it a baritone, you know, you could just extend the neck into space if you wanted to, and not move anything here at all. But what you're going to get is a guitar that's so neck heavy and so long that it becomes uncomfortable to play. Yeah. So by moving the bridge and the bridge pickup further back on the body, you don't have to extend the neck so far, and it balances everything else out, which is what we try and do to make sure that when you wear it, it's reasonably balanced.
Yes. Is there a wear test? Do you wear the guitar to sort of see how?
So every guitar, it's worth saying, from our standard series all the way to our heritage series, get the same QC treatment and the same setup. So it's like, really, there shouldn't be a big difference. And part of that test is everything from making sure the strap buttons aren't loose.
That's the big one,
you know,
especially with like, you know, the headstock die.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff.
Everything from that, the fretwork, the setup, if you request a custom setup, like all of those things. And then combine that with the stuff like checking for balance, checking for everything else, because while at that point the guitar is made, there are ways to adjust the balance, and we do that when we have to, as best we can, because it matters, especially if you're gigging and you're playing with the guitar standing up. It can make a huge difference.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then on to the final guitar. Is this a select ambient? I'm testing my own knowledge. I've seen this on the internet.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
So this is a select series Espada ambient. So you got the important parts.
Okay.
This one, in fact, is a baritone. So this is also a 27-inch baritone, just in our Espada ambient trim, which is the Espada model, flat-topped, semi-hollow, with triple bind front and back for that super classic look.
Okay.
J-style trim.
This is the one for jazz, right?
Yes, only jazz. We actually make you sign a contract when you buy it. Only jazz.
Nothing against jazz music, of course.
No, of course not. We are respectable musicians here. The overall vibe is just one of, I don't know, it takes the shape of the Espada, which so many people build for like rock and metal, and makes it something that I think a lot of people didn't necessarily see in the clay, you know, like taking it and forming it and making it into something else. And we worked really hard with a couple of ambient creators to design this model. You know, Mark Johnston, Ambient Trash, Ambient Endeavors, John and Andrew, like great guys that we worked with on these. And I'm happy to say they've been enormously successful, very popular. And the one question everybody asked was, can I get it in a baritone?
Yeah, okay.
So that's what this is.
Very cool.
The baritone version of that in a silver burst, because silver burst rules.
Awesome. Okay. Well, the final question, and probably the big one for us European folk, is distribution.
I'm ready.
I know we talked about it last year.
We did.
What's developments on that front, or how things are looking getting these guitars to Europe outside of the custom orders and ordering direct, of course?
Things are looking great. It's a matter of when, not if. I think there have been some changes in the market, both due to political things outside of our controls and some other things. So all of that sort of adjusted the perspective a little bit from everyone. I'm happy to say we're talking with some really great people, and I hope that it won't be very long. I'm hoping that we're in September now, late September now. So I'm hoping that maybe around NAMM time, early 2026, we'll have some real developments and they'll be out here.
It'll be like Q2 26.
Yeah, exactly. If we're going to get real fancy about it.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much. It's been great to see you again
you too,
after a
Paul.
year. So
always a pleasure.
Yes, now I will press the record button that says stop.